everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's me, homegirl, your sister, cousin, your best friend, Monet Exchange. And today, we're debuting a new series on the channel that I'm calling Monet Xposé. Well, it's new-ish. I used to do a drag race review series when I did All Stars 4 and All Stars 5 that I call Monet Xposé. But you know, in this new YouTube era, the girlies deserve a little rebrand. Am I right, ladies? You right, girl? So, where do we begin? The long and short of it is that I've had it officially, okay? I am so done being scammed and taking advantage of people and having to take moral high ground and be like, oh no, they didn't mean it. Oh no, like, it's okay, they stole the money. Oh no, like, no. That. So this series, I am gonna highlight people for their deleterious actions against me, their crimes against humanity, and we're going to expose them. So, grab a snack, a good cold beverage, and maybe we gonna expose. So today's episode is brought to you by betrayal, confusion, and a $2,500 deposit that has entered the witness protection program. This money is gone. I can't find it anywhere. It's never to be seen again. Like, that is what has happened. I don't do this video lightly. You know, I don't wake up and say, how can I ruin someone's reputation? How can I besmirch someone's name on a Monday morning at 10 a.m.? That's when these videos premiere. Shameless plug. That's not my goal. That's not what I want to do. But when I've worked with you for over a decade and we plan a look and I pay you for said look and I don't get it, I feel like it is well within my right, well within my moral compass. I think I am operating ethically to let a bitch have it. When we exchange ideas and sketches and dreams and aspirations, and then you take my money and disappear like a bag of cocaine at a Bianca Del Rio after party, like, mama, what is it giving? No, okay? Unfortunately, I'm talking about my experiences with Emmy Award winning designer, Domino Couture. I have the receipts, I have the timelines, I have the unanswered messages that still say delivered, even though a bitch got her read receipts on. And most importantly, I have the time. I wanna say, unequivocally, Domino Couture is one of the most talented designers I have ever worked with. His pedigree speaks for himself. He's worked for Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Bob the Drag Queen, Bianca Del Rio, Monet Exchange, Peppermint, Laguna Blue, Jan. Domino's worked for everyone. And the reason why people love Domino is because Domino does great, immaculate, beautiful, amazing work. He's a one-stop shop. He does hair, he does costuming, he does corsets, he does electronics. Anything that you need Domino to do in a costume, he can do it. So that's why I've worked with him for years. And I started working with Domino before Drag Race. He made me this hair and this Grace Jones recreation I did. He made me this outfit. He's made me a lot of stuff. Domino has made me several runway looks that I've worn on Drag Race. Domino is that girl. He is amazing, incredible. But I would be lying to say that work with Domino is very stressful, okay? Domino is the type of designer, if you need it on January 3rd and you tell him the due date is actually January 1st because I leave whatever, Domino is showing up to your house the night of January 1st when you've already gone, and then you're trying to figure out how to get it, the late piece, to yourself. There was one gig I did this, I forget what company it was for, but this is a little snapshot of the commercial where I had to have this alien eleganza look through Paramount. Because Domino is often very late delivering costumes, Patty and I, we told him, hey, we told him like a week off of the day, like a week earlier than we actually needed it. But it doesn't matter what day I tell you. Bitch, if I say I need it by that day, that's the date I'm paying for. I paid, like, give me the thing on the day. Long story short, we told him a day, like a week before. He got in touch with someone at Paramount, the company that hired me to do the commercial, and found out when the commercial was actually shooting, ignored the deadline and date I gave him, and showed up to set with the costume the day of the shoot. That was crazy. When I was leaving for All Stars 4, again, you know, we had like 4 weeks to do all this. Domino had all this time, and we making on me all these looks for All Stars 4. Baby, the night, like I think I was leaving for the airport at like 5 o'clock in the morning. That was my flight from New York City to LA. Domino's at my house until 4:55, sewing up my costumes, making my costumes, even though we had 4 weeks to do them. And the stress that induces is crazy. My African Eleganza, the one I wore for the finale of All Stars 4, I don't think that one was even finished. I think Trinity actually helped me finish that outfit in the workroom because it wasn't finished. Again, I can't even complain about all that stuff because knowing all that I know, I still choose to work with him. So half of it is my fault, but half of it is also like, you know, I just want Domino's fabulous work because he's so good. I have not worked with Domino for a while because of this one thing. There have been several projects I've wanted to work with Domino on, several major projects I wanted to include him on, but I just could not handle the stress of the brand asking for pictures, not getting them, going back and forth, getting the outfit late. The stress that causes me, the agita, the frustration, what has not been worth it for the past couple of projects. Fast forward to this year, I was like, you know what? This is like a non-stressful situation. This is kind of like my own thing. I can do it at my own time. I'm gonna give several months advance. We can avoid any delays, any whatever. The date was August 2nd, and I text Domino. It was about making a look for Halloween. I can't do math. August 2nd to October 31st is about 3 months. Shorty, 3 months is a great window of time to get something done. We're talking, long story short, I'm telling, hey, I wanna make this look for Halloween. He's like, great. His words, okay, so I'm so glad that you reached out so early because I took a look at some of the videos of this and it's a massive build with lots of pieces, etc., etc., etc. The original price he quoted me, I was like, that's, for something that I'm just doing for my own, it's an astronomical price. So I think he originally quoted me $9,000. I was like, $9,000, I can't spend that on this one look. That's crazy. Y'all, and that's how business works, right? When he said the original quote, I was like, I can't afford that, so I just won't do it. Or if we can find something a little less, then I can gladly agree to that. And that's how business works. Like Domino and I, we worked together for years, and that's how our relationship has been. He'll send me an original quote, and I'm like, that's a little C for me. What can we change to either get the quote lower, or I just have to work with someone else, which no hard feelings, right? He agreed to the $5,000. And again, that meant we were changing some aspects. Like some aspects, he wanted to have like LED lights and stuff. I was like, bitch, I don't need LED lights. He's like, okay, great. Send me a deposit, half of the money up front, and then I can get materials and I can start working on the piece. And then so cut to August 26th, I was like, hey, let me know what you're thinking, because I hadn't heard anything for like, at that point, 2 weeks. And then he says, it's definitely doable. August 27th, it's definitely doable. I'm going swatching today or tomorrow and I'll get you some stuff over. So then that was the 27th. I didn't hear from him. On the 6th, I was like, hey, I'm gonna be in New York City on September 16th through the 18th. So that would be a great window to fit. He was like, great. 3 days later, can you send me a $2,500 deposit and I'll get started right away so we can fit the pieces while you're here. I sent the deposit on September 12th, sent. This was September 14th now. September 23rd, hadn't heard anything for 2 weeks, and the date that I was gonna be in New York has already passed. I said, hey Domino, can we get on a call today and discuss details? On the 23rd, no response. 25th, hey girl, let me know when you can chat. And then the 26th, I get, I'm so sorry, I'm on the train, but I'll call back. He did call me back when he got off the train on the 26th, and then here's a picture. He sent me a sketch he had done and some sample materials he had picked up. Now, let me say this, I don't know if y'all are familiar with how, when you go to a garment district, to get these sample materials, you literally go to the fabric store and they cut these for you for free. They're not charging you for these samples like this, right? If you buy like yards, you have to pay for the fabric. But if you're sending me just these little samples, I'm assuming you haven't purchased the rows yet. But you know what? What you do with the $2,500 deposit is your business. You asked for it, I sent it. That's your business, right? Boom. I blocked my address because on the phone we talked about he's going to make a mock-up and mail it to me here in LA so I could try it on, pin it, whatever, and send it back to him so that when I come back to New York in October, I can just do one last fitting and go with it that same trip. Now, so now this was September 27th. Never got the mock-up from him in the mail. Wasn't hearing from him. I called him a few times. Did not hear from him. On the 17th of October, hey girl, I'm gonna be in New York on Monday, because this was the day we talked about doing the final fitting and taking it home. Will I be able to fit the pieces? No response. The 20th, Domino, if you can't accommodate, can I have a return of the deposit? At this point, we are 11 days out from Halloween. I'm like, if you can't do it, just at least give me the money back. But I knew he can because Domino has made things for me in a very tight turnaround. For my All-Star 7 promo look, Domino made that look in 2 days. Now he had the help of Patty to make this look. It's because Patty was like, I got a promo look that I wasn't super happy with. So I was flying to New York that morning, 3 days before the All-Stars 7 promo look shoot. And I literally on my way to New York, I was like, hey girl, I need a rejudge of this outfit. Do you have time to make me something? So Domino can make something in like 2 days, easy, lickety split. Now I will say, when he made that look for me, and I got a bill from Domino for my All-Star 7 promo look, for that look, for the creation of the look, not materials paid, I paid the materials, everything, to construct the look that Patty helped him with, I got a bill for $8,000. This is the receipt. I was like, when I got that text message, I was like, okay, that's crazy, but that's your price? I did not agree to pay it, but I asked you to make it. You set the price. I can't complain. I paid it. So now, on the 21st, I said, hello. And then he said, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna say what I can say on this. I'm so sorry. I had noted your arrival in town as tomorrow in my calendar, which he noted it sure, but that's not what we discussed. Then I replied, well, I leave first thing tomorrow. I'll be back next week, Wednesday, for 1 day. He did not respond to that. On the 25th, which was the next week I was there, and I said hello, and he said Wednesday is great. And I got to New York, called him, did not hear from him. He did not answer my messages, did not call me back, nothing. So at this point, I'm really feeling really frustrated, but if I'm being really honest, y'all, I was feeling very hurt because Domino and I, we have been friends for over a decade. And to just be ghosted, to feel like I'm being taken advantage of and having my money stolen, it really fucked me up. I could not believe that this person that I've called a friend for so long was treating me in such a way. So I leave New York City, come back, have Halloween, went to Horse Meat Disco, twirl my titties around, had a great time. I think it's November 1st. I'm in the bed, Annie and I were in the bed. I was like, I cannot believe that Domino never made my costume. I was like, that's crazy. I think it was actually November 3rd. And I sent a question mark text. He has his read receipts on. It said delivered. So I was like, you know what, Andy, give me your phone. And I called Domino's number from Andy's phone. Within 2 rings, hello? Hello, Domino. And I just hear, I was met with a lot of I'm sorries. Time got away from me. I've been dealing with this, with that, and the other. Look, I am willing to, like, if you can get this outfit done, I will still pay you the balance if you can commit to getting this outfit done or refund me my money. And I'm not even trying to like pass myself. I'm just trying to tell you the facts of what had happened. I'm not even trying to make myself look like whatever. That is what happened. That's what I said. And he was like, don't worry. I'll call you or text you, whatever he said, next week, and we'll figure it out. Never heard anything. Ghost. No response. I've called again, texted. Last week, I was in my Uber home from the airport. I was like, you know what? I've had it. And I sent one last final text message before I made this video just to see if maybe I would get a response. And I said, hello, Domino, how are you? Is there any way of us to resolve this X-Men costume situation? I'm really disappointed with how this has all turned out. I'm not here to confront you or be angry. I would just truly like to know if you have any intention of ever completing this costume for me. I paid you $2,500 so far, and I am happy to pay you the balance if you can commit to creating this garment. Never in my wildest did I think there would be a day where this would be the status of our friendship after all these years of creating together. He did not read this message, and up to this day, February 4th at 6:06 p.m., still no response to Domino. I don't know if he'll see this video. I don't know if he even cares. I don't know what his situation is, but the gag is I know that he is making stuff for other people in New York. Gag! So I don't know what the fucking tea is, but I'm exposing Domino for his bullshit. I don't care how this makes him seem, how this makes me seem. I'm just speaking my truth. And yes, people, some of y'all might be like, well, why make a YouTube video? Because I can. And I feel like I have I have nothing else to give. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, 7 months. Ugh, I am steaming. I am fuming, as the Brits say. If someone stole your $2,500, what would you do? That's why I made this video. I will be making some more videos. There's another company that I have been literally in a battle with for 2.5 years, and they stole $2,700 from me. That video is coming up next. So if you like this video, like, comment, share, subscribe. I wish I was meeting you guys on better terms, but it is what it is. And let this be a warning to anyone. I know in the Bob did you mention, Bob was like, I'm fake, I'm this and that and the other. You can call me all that stuff, but bitch, I'm fucking real, okay? And outside of the play around gaslighting and the bits of Bob and I do, I really am a real ass bitch. I am a woman of my word. I say what I mean, and I try to do that as best as possible until I'm backed into a corner when I feel like I have to make a video like this. So sorry to that man, sorry to that designer, sorry to all you, anyone shady who would try to do some shady shit. Monet is in her exposing era. So if you owe me something and you still haven't made it right, you have a few days, because there'll be some more exposés coming. And if you think I'm talking about you, I am. Give me my shit.